Welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Mike, here we go. 180!
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Go.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
It's a party now.
Throwing his Wentz. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Come on here, come get some. Here, 24 is the mic. Get this forward, go. Underthrow. Check safety. Hey, Wood. Win.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. It's caught. Jones. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game too. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another 1st, but he appears to be a few inches short. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
At the Chiefs' 44-yard line.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now Wentz. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Here we go. Waiting. 2
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check 26.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards the pickup there.
1st down, Eagles.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Wentz to throw. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Hey, Delta. 26 Mike. Come on, D. Slam, slam, slam. Check, check, check.
So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
46 down, man. 5-4. Switch.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. 1st down, here's White. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes, throw left side, complete. It's Leonard.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Wentz. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Switch up, switch up. 24 is the mic. Come on. Switch.
To throw, it's Wentz. Looking downfield for Godwin. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Watch the eye. Hey, 57. Hey, rip list. 53 at the mic. 53.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
15.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Leonard. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On play action, it's Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. Throwing right, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Yellow. There's a little lady. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here it comes.
The first carry for Josh Adams. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now Mahomes. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover him.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Jones, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Wentz now to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. 82. Mike, check. 59.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run it with Jones. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
26 Mike.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Check. Lucky. Check 13.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Mike's 59. Check tight. Mike's 5'9".
Wentz now on 1st down. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st down, Philadelphia.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 280. 59. Watch the screen. Pass. SOS. Sunday.
Into the red zone. Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Taywan Taylor, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Check 53, Mike. I'm coming.
On 1st down, Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Mahomes now on first down. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Check, 53's mine. Check, 53's mine. Come to my work.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Short throw pick-6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Mahomes now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Mahomes now to throw. Flush to his right. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Fletcher Cox, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. This is White on the screen. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 59, Mike to 59. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Kill, 74. Kill.
Throwing is Wentz. Going right side here, and that's complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. It's a sneak. It's Wentz. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing now is Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run on first down. It's White. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Mahomes complete to his tight end. It's Kelsey. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Ronald Darby coming from the corner.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking downfield for Kelsey. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. And how about the big boys showing off the wheels?
Let's face it, anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, when there's a big man with the football, everyone locks in.
All eyes.
Everyone locks in, and the rumbling, you can feel it all the way to the upper reaches of the stands.
On first down, it's Jones. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Aaron Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Eagles. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Go! Let's go!
At their own 23-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Yeah, difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Mahomes now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's White, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 49-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
All day. All day.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. We're back now in KC. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Dorian O'Daniel, 3rd-round pick in 2018, made the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Jones. And some room to roam now. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. A big run there by Jones. And even 80 yards.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal.
Hey, Charlie.
Here's Wentz to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now a carry for White. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Leonard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking for White on the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Evans. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. They'll go again with Sanders. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Eagles on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Wentz now to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Go. 180!
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They hand off to their big tight end. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, it's Sanders, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Now Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now back to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Malik Jackson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I'll bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Eagles, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign, and they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.